Ubi kusan krata and the peace baba no. You are foolish. Or you've decided not to learn. What means you are being no form. You've decided not to grow. Because that alone does not guarantee peacefulness on an election. Now, some criminals we are peace council. I'm a peace council, but catch it and this was a young kusan krata. Na krata don't guarantee peace in the country. I don't know. NPP4.
Jimmy MPP for Jimmy, they will be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party.
Exactly. Because in the channel was saying, quite about to that's a one is a way peace council over the last 4 years. No more Ghana ho. One share my peace in any juma, but yet you think this will be consigned kratakeka, a peace about my name. Look at foolish people. Sorry for my choice of words because papa mpanyifo we Jimmy ko akotena onabo general Asiedu Nketiah nim kan onko sign krata no sign krata na ene be ma peace aba Ghana me pa cho yanko nti answer Asiedu Nketiah e de ma omo
Ayawa so what going to happen. There was a commission, there were recommendations. The recommendations have not been implemented so far. Condition number 1 is that let us see full implementation of the recommendations of Ayawa So West Wogon Commission of Inquiry, which was established by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo himself. And we believe that he trusted in the judgment of the commissioners. That is how come some of them have proceeded to be Supreme Court judges. Number 2, we want to see initiation of prosecution in respect of the perpetrators of the killings in Techiman South, Ablikuma Central, Banda, and Odododio. We want to see prosecution initiated in respect of the illegal printing and handling of several, about 1 million extra ballot papers that were intercepted and were destroyed by the police in our presence, and the records were taken. We don't see what the Ghana Police Service has been waiting for all these years. And even at some point, there was an orchestration to even lie on us that we rather were guilty of that crime. And so we officially sent our lawyers to report to the IGP that we are interested in that case. It must be investigated and then prosecutions done when found necessary. We have not heard anything about it. We want action on it now. Otherwise, the next election, the same people can go and now print more than 2 million. Number 4, there is an active case of missing IT equipment from the warehouses of the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission has not been open to us. We suspect that the equipment is not missing, and they are being hidden for some unwholesome agenda. Because anytime we talk about it, they say the suspects have been arrested, and that's all. Were the suspects arrested and the exhibits found on them, or we still don't know the whereabouts of the equipment, and that the suspects are being held responsible for being the watchdogs? we don't have any information about it. And we are going into election. And the same equipment is going to be used in the election ahead of us. So we want transparency about that. Because of that, we have our confidence in the IT systems at the Electoral Commission has been shaken. And we have a history in 2012 where our colleagues from MPP found it necessary to compel the state and our development partners to field an external consultant to actually investigate the whole IT setup of the Electoral Commission and brought out recommendations for implementation before the election took place. Our friends from UNDP, I'm sure you will get the evidence on your files that that project was financed by the UNDP. I think we can look at that one so that to put our hearts at rest that nothing untoward is happening in the face of missing equipment and the type of things that are happening, discrepancies between registration figures and all that. We must ensure and assure our supporters that nothing fishy is happening there. Because we know that the last commissioner that was appointed, Mr. Apiahene, was a regional election director of the NPP before his appointment. So we wrote to produce evidence of his activities, his appointments, and all that, presented them that a full member of MPP cannot be a referee in these elections. We presented evidence. They were ignored. He is still there. And consultants have been engaged to support the Electoral Commission on our blind side, because procurement of consultancy services is a public procurement activity. We are not aware that any such procurement has gone through the procurement procedures. For everybody to know that these consultants actually mean well, and they are the non-partisan type of consultants that are helping Electoral Commission with their IT systems. And we want, point number 5, the president to declare openly on a state platform, not on his political party platform, that he will respect the will of the people as expressed by the outcome of the 2024 December election results. When the president himself does an open declaration, I'm sure it will bring to rest, it will put to rest all the noise that is happening around us about their refusal or unpreparedness to hand over power, even if they lose the elections. The voice of the leader counts, so that he will rein in all his functionaries and appointees, that we are all working according to the will of the people. Then finally, before any such document, peace pact, is submitted to us for signature, we want to see the IGP sign into that document We want to see the Chief Justice signing to that document. We want to see the Attorney General signing to that document. And we want to see the National Security Coordinator signing to that document. If all of them sign, and the monitoring group commits itself to the policy of naming and shaming publicly anybody who reneges on his obligation as far as implementation of the electoral laws of this country are concerned, we think that we will have the way forward. Thank you very much, and you are welcome. Yes.
Mr. Chairman and my brethren, we've heard all the concerns that the indefatigable chairman of the National Democratic Congress has presented. But to start with, I would want to draw our attention to the fact that in my language, it is said that the strength of the lion is in the waist. That is where the strength is. But if you look at the waist, it looks like one of the smallest parts of the body of that lion. That waist is the National Peace Council. And Ghana brought together, particularly the political parties, are the real body of this lion. Our strength, therefore, is your strength is in us as you wished. And since your strength is in us as you wished, it is you who can make that waist of ours much stronger to be able to serve the purpose that you expect of it. Now, we have reached out to you. You've come out with quite a number of proposals, very good ones, I believe. Those proposals coming out from you and drawing our attention to the fact that we have been inactive in certain areas, which you expected us to be proactive, should tell us and the whole world that if right from today an issue of that nature comes up from your party and we take you on for doing this or that thing, you would agree with us that it is the strength that you have given us to enhance your waste. We are reaching out to the new patriotic party as well. I can assure you that this will be about the same or similar issues that they will bring up. At the end of the day, those issues that they would bring up to me and from our thinking will amount to a commitment on their part too, because they have demanded that of us, just as the new National Democratic Congress is demanding this of us. And in that case, therefore, if they should do something that merits our naming and shaming, they would understand that they gave us, they strengthened our waist and demanded that we do it that way. And therefore, they may not have the moral.
All right. Inti Peace Council in Sema Omane NDC Penny for Quatanase a Kayano Ebidon. Now you could see clearly the Peace Council no a part and parcel of NPP. Because other than that, and I don't even understand how and why an elderly man would think say Uko sign Kratabia is what is going to guarantee peace. There was this publication in the Herald. Mama, if I can get it straight on my screen for you to see how it looks like. It's on my screen here. The Herald actually said, say, ECOWAS mission predicts violence at Ghana's 2024 polls. Although, say, mission number out because it is not true. They have not even predicted something like that. But I want to read some excerpts of what Herald actually said here. I say, regarding election security, in as much as the police is recognized as having exerted its independence and diligence in recent by-elections, a recent appointment of a new Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations on 17 July 2024, less than 5 months into the general election, has thus raised concerns as regards the government motive. This was against the backdrop of earlier rumor of plans to change the current Inspector General of Police, who is seen by the public as generally fair and firm. So what they are saying here, they say, so now IGP or citizens in who say or you credible or you will be our open mind or fair, and he wants fair and credible elections. But there's the rumor say Momo person was IGP no. And then less than 5 months to the election, you rather appoint another person in charge of operation, also another IGP, so any deputy, which goes on to affirm the position of the public. Say, oh, Agyimifoɔ be a team. But this is what Herald is saying. Say ECOWAS mission actually wrote in their report. And the second or third point that Johnson Asiedu Nketiah raises say NPP party for any easy commissioners is actually in ECOWAS recommendations. ECOWAS Ghana no. They wrote all of them. Said that you cannot go on to an election and then the referee of the game party member or communicate or radio so ABBR. Imagine saying Ghana, if John Mama wins the election, then he automatically appoints Johnson Asiedu Nketiah as easy chairperson. Wow, him obey saying about you. Automatically, you will know, say, no, there's something wrong because these guys want to rig the election. That is why I walk off on one kasa, the chairman, and then I be easy chairperson. And it is the same thing that NDC can say, no, we do not have to accept these kind of things. Moving on. See, a better election, fair, incredible election, say, Mema baton akoso pepe or when I'm the Bamawa. You don't have to go and appoint your own people. You don't need to change the IGP. You don't need to pump in it's a Supreme Court judges. Report according to Herald. And what they say is even Ghanaians no confidence in this administration say Olusua ba obeje komiana to kwana Ghana for kwaso mo nginindi enye ndisi for nkwa. It is a peace council near what Ghana wadwen say obi ko san krata and the peace baba no sebi you are foolish or you've decided not to learn. What means so adwen no form you've decided not to grow, because that alone does not guarantee peacefulness on an election. There are things that when you are buying the because you're quite about 2020, you cool nipa, your boss Sam George, assuming I say for the peace council, you were all there. Chama want to make us say they have 1 million ways of winning election, you were there. Brian Champon can say they will not hand over power, NDC power unquestionable, you were there. But you think say NDC could sign krata ebia, that is what is going to guarantee peace. I don't know krata, I don't find command and now the first one sign. National Foolish Council or National Fools Council. You don't even know what they want. Then they push them. Now, then you don't even know what they want. That is another for Ntikene the Japan say Jimmy Nkwa.
Jimmy and people for Jimmy, me who be stupid people.